Hey everyone, we're here with Ben, the Galaxy Master. He's won our locals with pure Galaxy. Take us through the list, my man.
Hey homies, so we're playing pure Galaxy, so it's essentially just all the Night Fang and Light Claw trait Digimon. So none of the soupy play whatever you want top end stuff. Like, it's just pure, and I think it's the funnest way to play the deck. Is it the best? I don't know, but it's definitely the funnest. So the Galaxy engine itself is very straight, simple, forward. It's just 4 Sunmons for your eggs, just because it reduces your Digivolution cost as you're building up your line and your stack. So that's why you play 4 of. I tried the new Moon mod, but like drawing a card compared to reducing Digivolution, it's just not it. And then your rookies are, yeah, so it's just 4 of your EX5 Coronas. Start your main phase if you've got a Tamer in play with the correct traits, gain a memory. That's always like those rookies are always finding is better in mid to late game, while your other rookie, a Lunamon, is better early game because at the starting main you bounce a Digimon to gain 2 memory. Both these rookies have the exact same inheritable. You tuck a Digimon with correct traits under to the bottom source and you gain 2 memory. And this is where you get your really big stacks and where you start to get really efficient. Because this egg, once you tuck your top Digivolution card, you can Digivolve 1 less. And then my last rookie is just the new Lunamon because it's a searcher for the deck that adds 2 pieces more or less of the time. And then it's got a slightly different inheritable. So instead of the tucking to gain memory, you tuck to draw a card. Like it's nice, but it's not nearly as good as gaining the memory. But just hard dropping this for 3 turn 1 and having the other Lunamon on turn 1, honestly, like one of the best openings you can have. Because you just drop this for 3, search your pieces, promote your next turn, then add the Lunamon back and gain 2. Yeah, so that's it for our rookies, and then we go to our 4s. So we play 4 of the EX5 Firemon. So if you couldn't already tell, in this list we play like 0 searching options. That's because all our search power is in our 3s and our 4s. Because when our Firemons and our 5 Lekismons Digivolve or on play, you search top 3 for Night Fang, Night Claw, or Galaxy trait and add 2 targets to the hand. And then the inheritables is just your turn for red, gain 2k, and then off turn, gain 2k. And then we have All Reliable Gargamon, which is a stupid card. It's literally when Digivolving, both players draw a card. If your opponent has 8 or more in hand, gain a memory, or, which is a much easier requirement in this deck, if you have 3 or more sources, gain a memory. So you don't have to worry too much about what's in your opponent's hands. You just got to kind of be careful with it. And then you've got the jamming inheritable as well, which is always good. And then we have the new Lekismon from BT22. So this Digivolves for 3 off a blue or purple, or 2 off a Digimon with Night Fang, Night Claw, or CS in the trait. So it's when Digivolving is, if it has 2 of the same level in the stack, you can play a Night Fang or Night Claw Tamer with a how do I word this? So you can play a Tamer if you don't have the name of the Tamer already on. So like how this is worded is because it says the same stack, it counts the top card of the stack. So it's not 2 of the same level sources, it's 2 of the same stack. So if I got this Lekismon as my top facing card, and any of the other level 4s on the bottom somewhere, that counts as having 2 in the stack. So I get to play the free Tamer out. And then the inheritable is it gives undulation protection once per turn to any Nightclaw, Lightfang, or Galaxy trait Digimon. But to meet those conditions, you've got to trash 2 of the same level, which is pretty easy to fulfill in this deck. Like, so Galaxy's a very weird deck. As in, like, you play more level 4s than any other level, just because most of the time you are tucking your 4s to keep going up in your combos and your stacks. And that's why I've got a higher level 4 count than a level 3 count. And then onto the 5s, very similar. It's just 4 of the Flamon. I like this just because it pops floodgates really quickly because the when Digivolving is delete a 5k or less. and then it has an on play as well, which is also delete 5k or less. But the cool thing about the Flairmon is that if you have a stack on board with, I think it's 3 or more, yeah, 3 or more Digivolution cards, you can reduce the play cost or the Digivolution cost by 2. So if you're building a stack, you're usually Digivolving on this for 1, and it's fucking awesome, just going up your line. And the Kresk one has the exact same effect, but on play when Digivolving is stunning, is any Digimon. Which saved me so much at locals the other day when I was versing Virus Imperial. I just
Oh
constantly
yeah.
choked Homie at 1. Just leave that in big fighter mode on board and just choke him at 1 and keep stunning it. I was like, bruh, please save me. Yeah, and then, yeah, the Inheritable is just because it's the blue card, it's off turn, you get 2k. Like, I don't think people use it on plays, especially if you have a second stack, like going up as well. Because people just forget you can just drop these for 5 and it's absolutely okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Then we've got the new Lekismon, which is weird because it's purple-blue. So when it first got revealed, I hated this card so much. But the more I play it, the more I love it. So it's a 4 to Digivolve or a blue-purple, or 3 of a Nightclang Nightfall. Nightclaw Light Fang. It's got jamming on the face of the card, which is pretty nice. It's an extra way to get jamming in the deck. The when Digivolving is draw 1, trash 1. Very standard purple effect. But if you have 2 of the same level Digimon in the stack, you can stun a Tamer or a Digimon. Which is honestly so clutch. Like being able to stun Tamers in like the purple hybrid matchup is so good. And then the all turns effect is the same protection as the Lekismon that we talked about before. You trash 2 of the same level sources and you prevent deletion. And then we'll go on to our 6s. So I just play 1 of the EX5 Apollo. I love this card so much. Her Blitz is just such a good effect. And then for every 3 sources you have, you gain set +1. So usually this thing's swinging for about 3 checks. And then the removal for the card is on your turn. If a security card is removed from your opponent's security stack, you delete Digimon with less DP than itself. And in this deck, it is very easy to get to 16, 18k. So it's very easy to get to a high threshold to delete any Digimon. And then our next level 6 is the brand new Apollo Ace that we got from the Store Tournament kit, I think they're called. But so essentially what this does is on Digivolve or on play, you minus 4k to one of your opponent's Digimon for every Olympus 12 you have on board. So Apollomon and Dynamon count as an 12. And then you can delete up to 7k worth of total DP on board. So you have to be super careful with this, especially with the meta that we're about to go into, in my opinion. Because you mandatory have to pop. You don't get a choice. So if you delete shit like Virus Imperial stacks, you delete shit like Metal Guru or Wargrave while they've got a Miraculous Roll Knight on board, or Miraculous card, whatever it is. A stupid fucking 2-option card that I really hate.
Oh yeah.
What's it called? The Miraculous Knight? Or whatever the
Yeah,
old deck
something
plays?
like that.
Like, it forces the trigger, which just absolutely pumps you. But we'll get to that in a minute. And then the end of your turn, 2 of your Digimon can DNA into a Grace Nova specifically from their hand. And then that Digimon may attack. So it's pretty good. And what I love about these new level 6s for the Galaxy deck, they have inheritables. So end of your turn, one of your Digimon may attack. I love the inheritables so much. There's so many funky lines and combos and plays you can do, but I'll talk about those. And then the next level 6 is the brand new Dynamon, which I'm in love with. I think this is probably the best card in the deck now. Like, that isn't engine reliant, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because it's an ice card with blocker. Like, it's hectic. And then when Digivolving, if you've got 2 of the more the same level sources in your stack, which is, again, super easy to do in this deck, you strip 4 of your opponent's sources, and then bottom deck anything with 1 or... Like, it is very hard for Diana to not bottom deck something. Like, I think the only time I've not bottom decked something is in the mirror or into either of the Imperial decks because I have a billion sources from geograssing as well. And then end of turn, and so at the end of turn and the inheritable is spend, which is fucking stupid because it's a blocker. And you prevent yourself from getting ran over from stuff with bigger stacks. And now we'll go into the quote-unquote boss monster of the deck, Grace Novas. So this is an old card that never saw any play whatsoever. Like, even when this deck first came out, just because it was just too hard to get out. But thanks to all the new pieces we got, this is just so much easier to get out now. Because your stack has protection, so if you get deleted, you trash your sources, you still got the body. And the fact you can just drop your Polar Ace and end of turn DNA feels so good. Yeah, so this card reads, it's a 6 cost over a blue or red Digimon, but that hardly ever comes up. We mainly just DNA into it using Apollo and Dynamon. And then yeah, so it's got Sec +1 plus blocker when digivolving and when attacking. If DNA digivolving trash any 8 sources, then delete 1 Digimon with less sources than this Digimon. And then all turns, if this card were to leave the area, or the battle area, just trash 2 of the same level sources. And to prevent it. So once you get into Grace Nova, your biggest weakness is DP minus and D-Digivolve. But hitting the threshold to DP minus is so hard to do, it's not funny. Thanks to all your blue inheritables giving it 2k off turn. Oh, I just love this card so much, bro. I'm just so happy that you can actually play a good way because you got on your levels. Because on your old Dynamon and Apollomon, there's no inheritables. So once you got into this, you kind of just, it was just a big idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The inheritables are so good for even when you just tuck the 6s under the other 6s, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many cool lines of play now that don't
Yeah.
revolve around your quote-unquote boss. Like, that's why I play this at a lower count, because it's not your win condition. It's just a nice way to extend, if you know what I mean.
Agreed.
And then after that, we just got our Tamers, which is 4 of the common Sayo. A lot of people are calling for this to get nuked on the ban list.
Nah,
I
just
honestly
take the
don't think
blue
it's...
one.
Like, the blue one, take it out back and shoot it. I honestly don't think this one's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's strong, but, like, it hasn't done anything since Worlds.
And to clarify, not the new blue one. The new Sayo is fine. The old blue Sayo is not fine.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so not Ko and Sayo, but Sayo and Ko is the problem.
Yeah, that's the one. The blue one.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't think this card's going to get hit on the ban list at all, just because it hasn't done anything since Worlds. And, like, let's be real, does he really, like, respectfully to Homeboy, does he win Worlds if that Imperial dude doesn't brick up nearly as much? Like, that's all I'm saying about this, brother. Like, this is no way this is getting hit. Yeah, so essentially what this does, though, is on play and main effect, so you can just tap it whenever, as long as it's your turn. So you suspend the Tamer, and you tuck your top Digivolution card to the bottom, as long as you meet the trait requirements, which is Night Fang and Light Claw. And then one of your Digimon may Digivolve for free. I cannot express enough how good this is, because if I have 2 stacks, just say one stack is a level 5 and one stack is a rookie and a champion, I can tuck the second stack with a champion under the rookie and then use this other stack that I didn't do anything with to digivolve into a level 6 for free, which is ridiculously strong.
Can confirm he did this to me, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. So that's what I mean by, like, this deck has a bunch of lines, and figuring out which is the best line to go is, like, the funnest part of the deck. Like, because you can route it in so many different ways. And then even this coming out of security, because it's an on play as well, you can tap it and then digivolve free off turn, which is really disgusting. Because you can get, like, if you got 2 stacks, like I just said before, You can go like 2 stacks into an Apollo or into a Diana and like out the board in the middle of their attack. But obviously it has to come out of security, so it's a bit high rolly. And then our next Tamer is the new Secret Sayo from 22. Again, I read this card. I thought it was very ordinary. The more I play it, the more I love it.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it
not bad.
gives Galaxy, yeah, like it gives Galaxy access to the trash. Did it need access to the trash? No.
Probably
Does it
not.
enjoy it? Absolutely. Like, because especially in the pure version, like by turn 3, you have half your deck in your hand, thanks to all your searching from your fours. Like I say, you've always got a huge hand, but now you've got access to trash as well. So if you don't have something in hand and you've got it in trash, you can still use it. Because at the start of your main phase, you gain a memory if your opponent has a Digimon, yeah? Then your turn, if one of your Digimon with 2 or more of the same level in the stack swings, you can Digivolve into a Night Clang or, Night Fang or Night Claw or Galaxy trait or CS trait. There's so many traits for this thing, oh my god. And then, yeah, Digivolve into the trash for reduced cost by 2, which is honestly super good. So it makes your Dianamon a 1 cost, your Apollo Ace a 1 cost, your Blitz Apollo a 2 cost, or your Grace Nova a 4 cost. Which is kind of dumb, just quietly.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Yeah, just having access to your bin is just huge for this deck. Oh no, I'm missing a piece. Let me just go check my bin and see if I got it. Oh look, it's in bin. Alright, cool. Combo time.
Yeah.
And then just to round off the list, it's just 2 blue scrambles. One is just so you don't deck yourself out.
Fair.
2, it's to don't deck out.
Hey,
It's literally just
it puts the
it's literally just
Lunamon
like
on the
a deck
field.
out. Yeah, it's true that. So you can put the blue Lunamon promo and then just bounce that Lunamon and gain the 2.
So good.
Yeah, but like, like this deck is very simple on paper, but once you actually take a super deep dive into it, there are a bunch of different lines and routes to get to a result, and I love it so much for it.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
very
but
intricate deck.
yeah, so there's a bunch of little nuances and niches you can do with it. So if you do plan on picking it up, take your time, practice with it. Don't get frustrated with it if you're not picking up every line straight away. Like, just trust me, it is hella fun. But yeah, like, this deck is just so much fun, bro. I can't express enough how much fun I'm having with it at the moment. Like, I've been playing it since like it dropped in the X5, and it was just garbage.
Yeah, that's true. You've been on it since the start. That is very true.
Yeah, and then I got the support in BT16, which was also average. Like, this deck was pretty much unplayable until I got these new level 6s, in my opinion, with inheritables. And actual, I think the biggest buff for the deck is having 6s with removal without having to attack.
Yeah.
Because it always sucked when you went to old Apollo, old Diana. Oh shit, do I attack? Do I not? They might ace me. And your whole stack just gets blooped. And the protection is also, like, incredible. Like, this gives the deck so much more resilience.
We do love to see
Like
it.
this. Oh, without a doubt. But yeah, that is the list for my Grace Nova slash Night Fang Nightclaw deck.
Hell yeah. Well, big thank to Ben for the profile. And drop your comments below on your Galaxy Pure list. Or you do different, or you do the same. And we'll catch you guys on the next
Well,
one.
latest dude.